12 final English exam is approaching, and you guys are probably stressing and freaking out as the days come nearer to the actual date itself, but it's okay, we have you covered. So this is Amanda, and what we're going to run through today are strategies and tips that you guys can use when you get to the exam. So you guys will know exactly what kind of approach you should take when you step into the exam, and you will know what to do in the worst case scenario if it happens. Tip number 1, prioritize the language analysis for the first thing that you tackle. Okay, time is of the essence when it comes to the English exam because you have 3 hours to do 3 essays, right? So time management is key. Okay, and usually with the language analysis task, it is actually the shortest and quickest and significantly more easy task to take on. So in order to make use of your time, you should aim to do that first. So it would be super counterproductive if you were to do the long and harder essays first, right? And then you had no time at all to complete the language analysis. So you would rather have a good quality language analysis and still have a decent amount of time to complete the other 2 essays rather than have 2 really good essays and a crappy language analysis that is not fully completed because you didn't have enough time. So ultimately, you should use this tip to prevent any time slips or mishaps, when it comes to prioritizing and meeting the deadline, okay? So put language analysis first and you'll be able to save all of your hassles in regards to time management. Number 2 is to have that mental preparation for the timing you're gonna allocate to the other 2 papers. So mental preparation is key, and you can do this in reading time, okay? Reading time is not there for no reason. It is there for you to mentally map out what your arguments are gonna be for the essays, as well as what topic sentences you're going to include. Now, it should not be underestimated. That is what reading time is for, because you don't want to be sitting there during the middle of the exam planning out and wasting time. Because planning takes at least 10 to 15 minutes. You don't want to waste that time in the middle of the exam. So you need to make use of that in the very, very beginning so you can just go straight into writing the exam papers. So this will set you up perfectly for when you go ahead and actually write the full-fledged essays. In terms of time management, you should aim to complete 1 essay within 1 hour for those 2 essays, okay? But if you have extra time on your hands for completing the language analysis earlier on, good on you, right? That means you just have extra time to ease into it. But we suggest still aiming to get those essays done within an hour, no more, right? So that will make use of your time, and by the end of completing all 3 essays, you'll have time to be able to read over the pieces you've written and proofread and check if you're happy with everything. All right, so timing is of the essence when it comes to writing the chunkier essays. So make sure that you map out your planning and your strategy in terms of time allocation in reading time, so you don't waste time in the middle of the exam sitting there and planning it out. So that's tip number 2. Right, so our third and final tip for you guys is in the case of the worst case scenario where you're in the middle of writing your final essay and you can't seem to get to the ending of it, you have to sacrifice the conclusion, all right? Think of it as if it's a burger, right? Burgers have the 2 buns and the juicy patty inside, right? So the juicy patty is the body paragraphs, are the body paragraphs, and the buns are the intro and conclusion. So you would much rather eat the juicy patty than eat the little bread bun at the bottom, right? So the assessors are looking for what you can bring to the table in terms of your arguments and the strength of them and how you can present them, right? So obviously the body paragraphs have more weight and more significance than the conclusion, okay? So this is only in the worst case scenario, The assessor is gonna most likely wanna see what you can bring to the table rather than the conclusion where you're just wrapping everything up. It's the least significant part of the essay, so you're more likely to give up the least significant part than you are the important parts, okay? Sacrifices must be made, but in the worst case scenario, that is what you must sacrifice, the conclusion, okay? We know that the English exam can be super duper daunting, and just thinking about it can probably just break you out into a nervous sweat. But if you guys apply these tips and tricks, you guys will be able to walk into the exam room with confidence, with calmness and coolness, and you'll be able to feel more at ease, even though it's a stressful situation, when writing these pieces, okay? Just remember to prioritize the really easy and smaller task first, Do language analysis first, okay? And make sure that you allocate enough time, say an hour, for the other 2 essays, and make use of reading time for goodness sakes. Don't sit there in the middle of the exam planning out what you're gonna write, yeah? Do all of that mental mapping in the reading time, okay? And if push comes to shove, sacrifice the conclusion, okay? The assessors would much rather read your juicy info in the body paragraphs than the wishy-washy conclusion, okay? So I hope you guys found this video helpful and useful, and we wish you all the best of luck for your end of... Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Did you enjoy watching it? Give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Click here to subscribe and click over here for more fun videos just like this one. Thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye!